Alright, so hey, enough people liked my photo on Instagram asking if they wanted a video about my septum piercing experience, and I'm actually recording off of my phone and I'm holding my phone to record it, so it's kind of awkward if it's shaky, that's why. But I'd use my computer to get the questions, and it was just easier to just sit on my bed and hold my phone and record. So let's jump right into it. The first question that everyone has asked is, did it hurt to get pierced? And my answer to that is yes, it hurt very badly. And I think that's normal though. Every video that I watched about septum piercings before I got mine pierced, everyone said that it hurt pretty bad. Mine was, out of 10, it was about a 8 or 9 out of 10. It was definitely higher up than any other piercing I've got. There's my thumb. But it wasn't so bad that like I was crying or it was unbearable, but it did hurt pretty badly. The next question was, how long does it take to heal? Anywhere from, I was always told 4 to 6 weeks, so around a month to 2 months. It really depends on your body. Every piercing I've got has always healed around 4 weeks, and that's how long I'm going to wait for my septum, and if I feel like it needs a little more time, I'll wait 6 weeks. The next question was, what size did you get it pierced at? My septum piercing is a 14 gauge. It's the bigger of the two options that most shops give you. The reason I got the 14 gauge was because that way I can wear either size jewelry, 16 gauge or 14 gauge, and I have both options because 16 gauge is a smaller gauge than a 14 gauge. So, yeah. Next one is, how do you blow your nose? I blow my nose just like anybody else. There's just this ring here. That's it. Next question was, is it easy to hide? Yes. Whenever you first get it pierced, it really depends on the size of your nostrils and your nose, if you can flip it up right away. I would suggest asking your piercer if they have retainers you can put in, or they can put in after they pierce you, steel retainers, because those are meant to be flipped up and meant for hiding. But with these, since I have a pretty big nostrils, a pretty big set of nostrils, I can just flip mine up and it's fine. So yeah, it is pretty easy to hide. It's an easy piercing to hide just because you can flip it up if you need to be professional for any reason or if you don't want it to show. Next question was, how did they pierce it? I know a lot of people think that septum piercings go through bone for some reason, like it goes through the bone in your nose, and that's not how it goes. So basically, and I'm looking at myself in my phone so I can see what I'm talking about, but so I went in really last minute. Like, my boyfriend and I were on our way to dinner, and I asked him to turn into the tattoo shop so I could get my septum pierced. So basically, we walk in, and I signed all the waivers and stuff, and I went ahead and paid for it. I only paid for it because I've been pierced by this piercer before, so I felt comfortable going ahead and paying for it. If you've never been pierced by that piercer before, I'd suggest waiting until after they pierce you so that you know that you like it and you know that they deserve to have that money. But so I went ahead and paid, and I went into the room, and he had everything set up, sat on the chair, and he got the clamp, and he clamped my nose, and then made sure it was straight, and took the rubber bands and wrapped them around as tight as they needed to go. And then he clamped it again and put it on my nose, made sure it was straight, and then he got the needle and told me I was going to feel a sharp pain. And every other piercing place that I've went to usually just tells me to breathe in and then tells me to breathe out. Whenever I breathe out, that's whenever they would pierce me. And he just told me I was going to feel a sharp pain, so I didn't really know when it was coming. And so he pierced me. There was a sharp pain, and my eyes automatically started to water. And it wasn't because I was crying. It's just, he said that it was because, like, the sinuses right there, it just causes leakage in your eyes, I suppose. But my eyes watered really bad, and since I didn't plan on getting a piercing that day, I'd already worn makeup, so my makeup was running in my eyes were burning, but got it done, and he took the clamp off, so the needle was still in my nose, and then he got the ring, and one of the balls was screwed off, and he placed it into the end of the needle, and pushed it through, and then like halfway through, whenever the needle was out and the ring was like halfway in, it didn't want to go the rest of the way through. And I started to freak out because I thought I'd already paid for this piercing, and now it wasn't wanting to go through all the way. But he got it through, and there was just a little, had to force it a little bit. I don't want to say force it because that sounds really bad, but anyway, he got it through, and he screwed the balls on, and he got a Q-tip and cleaned around the sides where I was bleeding a little bit, and then he screwed the other ball on and gave me a tissue for my eyes since my eyes had watered so badly, and then we left, and I was all good to go. And at first, whenever I first got it done, I thought it looked really funny, but it was just because I'd never seen myself with one before, and I was just having to get used to it and get used to how it looked on my face. But after I got used to it, I really liked it, and now I'm in love with it, and I wear it down most of the time. The only time I wear it up is if I'm at school or I'm at work, and any other time I usually have it flipped down. And yeah, I really like it, and eventually after the 4 weeks, I'm gonna try on some Septum clickers and everything and see how I like those, and see what barbells and what size I like the most. And I'm really excited. I really like it. If you're thinking about getting your septum pierced, honestly, you should just do it, because you can put in the fake ones and everything, but I think you really have to see it on yourself to know if you really like it or not. And I didn't know I was going to like mine as much as I do, and now I'm in love with it, and I'd do it all over again, paint and everything, just to have it if I ever had to take it out. So I'd say just do it. Yeah, it hurts, but it's over really fast, and it's not really that sore. You just really need to be careful about putting on and taking off clothes, because it can catch, and that hurts very bad. So you really want to just be really careful whenever you do all that. But other than that, it's been really good, and I'll post another video once it is completely healed and I have changed it, and talk about my experience from then on, because I've only had it done since the 7th, and today is the 10th, so I haven't had it too long, so I still have a ways to go before it's healed, and who knows what could happen between now and then. But yeah, I just thought I would make this video for everyone that was curious and everyone who wanted to know, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.